bro, that is crazy range, bro.
And then even at the end of Ant-Man too, there's when he's where he's like all the 3 different characters, like the robot version, the Ramatut, and then like that. All those are crazy too.
He's becoming my Will Smith.
Yeah,
He's becoming my Will Smith,
and he has no Jada, so like we don't have to worry about we gotta worry about Jada. He got making good. We're good. Bro. I'm team making good and Jonathan Majors for sure.
He's becoming my Will Smith.
We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to tell you to believe us. Yeah, we see you hating from the bleachers. Coming with the gas, hot and ready, little Caesars.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. What's up, people, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world? Jonathan Majors is back, baby.
Jonathan Majors is back. Hey, for everybody that don't know, yo, if you're new here, if you're not new here, whatever, me and my boy Adrian Blest do not live in the same vicinity, and we call each other on the phone all the time, but like we withhold information that we want to talk about because we want to talk about it here.
Yeah.
And I have been holding in that the GOAT is free and back on the screen.
Yes,
and he
man.
killed it, bro.
Yes. Okay,
he
so
killed it.
Before we get into it,
Jonathan Majors. He is the GOAT, my boy.
Welcome to Above the Multiverse podcast.
Hold on, I gotta say this.
Adrian Blest,
It's Avery Harden. Everybody who doubted my guy. Everybody who doubted my guy. He's back in the MCU and he's killing it.
Man.
Bro, you gotta understand how great of an actor he is.
Such a good actor, bro. Like literally, I watched the episode again right before you came over, and dude, just like the little subtle things that he does. Victor Timely is one of the best characters.
Yeah,
that character is so sick. Like the way he did it is, oh my god. So yes, so if you guys don't know already, we're gonna be talking about Loki, episode 3 of season 2, the review.
Spoilers.
Big spoilers. Yeah, spoilers alert.
And if you, we already just said a big spoiler. So if you're not watching Loki, then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors, a new Kang variant is here. Sorry. Whatever. I mean, you should probably already know that. Honestly.
Yep.
Sure.
Dude, it was crazy. So it's funny because last episode we were talking about, hopefully we get Jonathan Majors soon. Like, well, it's probably gonna be episode 4 though. We were kind of thinking like maybe later. Episode 3, baby.
Yeah, they came out the gate with it.
Yeah,
they came out the gate with it.
And like,
what I say,
killed it.
What I say, I called this man. I don't know what he was doing, but I called this man. I got home and I was like, yo, I'm about to just watch it, whatever, real quick. And I got home. I took my relaxation, put my feet up, and I'm watching. 5 minutes in, 5 minutes and 7 seconds in, I call this man and I'm like, it's going down because.
You saw the young version? Yeah.
It was young Victor Timely, and I knew
making candles.
I knew we was gonna get man. And I'm listen, man. Listen, everybody, sorry. I'm sorry right now. I just gotta segue. I believe in Jonathan Majors, bro. I believe that he was innocent the whole time. And to this day, I still hold that. I know the trial isn't over or whatever, but I still hold that.
He's innocent.
The fact that Disney and Marvel are proceeding with this, there's obviously something huge. You know what I mean? He's definitely innocent. Like, it's not over, but I 100% feel 100%, not 99, 100% feel my boy's good. Yeah. And I've been saying this since we found out that immediately when we found out, we were just hurt. We didn't think anything. Once we found out more, though, we're like, oh yeah, he's innocent. Yeah. But let's just say, I want to say this about this episode. I told this to Avery earlier, but I think this might be like singularly most important episode in Marvel TV shows going forward. Absolutely.
This episode is crazy. Like, things in this episode that happen, like decisions in this episode that happen, are going to affect Marvel from here on out. There was one of the things I kept thinking about is Sylvie, right?
Yeah.
How she's trying to kill Victor Timely.
Yeah.
There's a part where she's about to kill him, and that part where he's like begging for his life.
Like, I have a heart.
That scene,
he killed it.
You could tell. I was thinking about the stuff that's written on the page compared to how he portrays it, right? How he the way he stutters, he'll say like that. I have a heart.
Yeah.
And he's so good, and even his little his blinking and stuff, and I'm like, dude, he's so good.
He's
the
good,
way he's such a fucking good actor, bro.
He's good,
but
bro.
I was thinking, man, that decision of her of her not killing him at that moment, like, I feel like that's gonna have some big repercussions because, like, she even said, like, don't make me regret this. I was like,
we could theorize later. But
oh my god! But yes, this episode is fucking good, man.
I feel something different.
You feel something different?
Yeah, I feel something different.
So, like, okay, so this episode starts off with Ravonna Renslayer, who we've been looking forward to seeing as well.
Yeah,
right away.
Which side note, she is fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah,
she is so fine. I'm looking at her this whole time, and I'm like, ooh,
yeah, she's really pretty. Bro.
Like, I'm like, yo, like, she is fine. Shout out to her.
I know who you think who she reminds you of. That's why I won't say it on the podcast, but one of my old coworkers.
But yeah, no, she's fine. She's fine. And I know Jonathan Majors would make it good, so I got a chance.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Hey, she says she's single on the show. But no, so yeah, it starts off with her. Like, I still don't really know where this is gonna go or what's gonna happen, but it's really crazy. Like, she has the TVA book. She gives it to Victor Timely as a kid, which kind of like leads to him,
which is even
doing all the stuff that he does.
So pause there real quick.
Okay.
This blows my mind. It's like, okay, this is because that was the
sacred timeline.
Sacred timeline. So it's like he never got the book. So who would Victor Timely be if he never got that book? Like, what version of Kang, if He Who Remains was still alive? Bro, I have so many questions, bro.
Yeah, I know. There's so many.
Like, if He Who Remains was still alive and he was in that sacred timeline, what would Victor Timely be?
But what happened is when she gave him the book, it branched off a new timeline. Did you see that? So, like, then later on when she goes and sees him, that's a branch timeline.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's a sacred timeline of him. That was Kang.
Yeah.
That was Victor Timely, a variant of Kang. What the hell would he be?
I don't know.
Exactly, bro. Like, it's so many. That's so many questions.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. That's another thing that they point that Eric Voss pointed out. I think when they're talking about how Victor Timely, like, this is happening like in the 1700s or whatever, 1800s.
Yeah.
So when Kang figured everything out and like started this whole multiversal war, that was in like the year 3100, right? So maybe this version of Kang, he would just have kids. It would just be a normal dude, have kids. He was just always kind of smart, always kind of like the guy, right? Scientist, kind of a creator and inventor. And just like 1,000 years later, or however long,
I'm seeing because
his kid would be. His kid would end up being, with the Richard Reed's nephew. Or I don't know how it works.
Yeah. But dude, it's crazy how deep they're going and how, like,
man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as last episode. More questions, more. Oh yeah, for sure.
This is definitely not for kids, bro. Because, like, if I was in freaking middle school, I'd be like, what
is going on?
How is that happening? What happened? So yeah, this is definitely for us. They definitely shout out to Kevin Feige, man. You did your thing on this one. I don't know who is the director, but I know you're a producer and you had to sign off on this, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
this is what we needed, bro.
Yeah, seriously,
this is what we needed, bro.
Oh my god, bro! It is really probably the greatest show. Like, it is at least the greatest Marvel show that they made.
Yeah, that was
for sure. And this season is like really solidifying.
This episode that we just watched is the best episode in Marvel history, and honestly,
Marvel television history.
It's up there with Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, no,
it's up there. This episode. Sorry, everybody is gonna get mad. This episode was up there with like the Game of Thrones episode or a Breaking Bad episode. Like, this was the one single episode that I was like, I watched it and I'm like, I love Marvel, bro.
Dude, yeah, same.
I love Marvel, dog. Like, I had a really euphoric moment when like the episode ended. I was like, yo, this was amazing.
Yeah.
I had
so
a
fucking
great
good,
time.
bro. So fucking good.
And it was 55 minutes. I think it was like 48 minutes.
You know what I feel like is they kind of thrive and like what they, and I don't know if it's just this, but I just feel like they always, all the episodes that are always really good are set in time periods. You know what I mean? So like, which now that I'm thinking about it, so like think about like WandaVision, right? Like all those episodes like that were really cool, like and good. It's like these like time periods where it's like they're kind of doing something different, right? It's like the I Love Lucy, and then this is like they've done in Loki. You get to see different time periods and stuff where they go and do crazy shit where they're like at a Renaissance fair or they're at a whatever it may be, like this old timey fair, which is the world's fair or whatever. That shit was really dope.
Yeah, and
it makes me think about the rumors that they've been saying about Fantastic Four is that it's actually going to be like a period piece where it's going to take place back in time. Like the Fantastic Four. So I think that might be a cool, like if this is anything to do like how Fantastic Four might be, That might be the movie, bro. That might be the movie.
That might be.
But they definitely excel in these kind of like time period things. It's weird, but yeah, this one is fucking amazing. I just couldn't get enough of Jonathan Majors Kang, or like Victor Timely, bro. Victor Timely might be the greatest character, bro. It's wild how he, just everything that he does, like the little mannerisms that he has, his like stutter, his demeanor, got it. And my favorite part, and it's not even my favorite part, but just when I'm watching it, the part where Loki first sees Kang, or first sees Victor Timely, like I think they showed that at the end of Ant-Man or whatever. Yeah. But that part where he's like looking at him and he's like, "That's him. That's a variant of He Who Remains." And then he's like, and Morbius, but you can see how scared Loki is. Yeah. Like at that moment, he's like, "Fuck!" Like that's him. And Mobius is like, "That's the guy you're telling me about? Like, what are we not worried about this guy? Yeah. Like, you know?" Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Like, this guy is probably the scariest dude in all of Marvel. And even like little shit that he does where someone is like, oh, the partnership part. Like that whole part, that part was sick, right? Yeah. Where he's like saying, oh, I don't do partnerships. I don't do partnerships. And then when he's with Ravonna, they're like kind of like flirting, like they're about to hold hands. And then when she says, I'm looking forward to this partnership, he pulls his hand away. Yeah. And I was like, this guy is evil as fuck, bro. Yeah. Like, he is trying to be like this sweet little innocent guy, but he's evil as fuck. Because at the end of the day, he's a con man in this whole thing, right? Like, it's crazy. Right.
So we get into it now.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So I don't feel like he's evil. I feel like he's the con man. He's for himself. Yeah. I don't feel like he's evil yet. He's not evil yet. He's not evil yet. For sure, for himself. And you know what I mean, which is
which Kang, is like it's a King, and I think that's like a consistent trait through all the Kings, right? Is that they're like in it all for themselves, really. And like it doesn't matter.
And the thing with this is he's not him yet, and he could have just stayed. What you're saying, like he could have just stayed being Victor Timely, being a con man or whatever, and just being in that timeline. And now they're bringing him
to the TVA,
which makes it like, yo, now you're making him. Making him.
It's the same thing I said about when we were talking about before. How with Kung Fu Panda, shout out to Kung Fu Panda, one of the greatest movies ever. Like what they're doing it to try to stop it is actually causing it. You know, it's like you guys are like, you're trying to like fix the temporal loom by bringing Kang in there, and you're gonna like that's gonna start shit. But dude, like that's gonna start shit.
Like Mobius said, they have no choice. Yeah, he's the only option, either him or Miss Minutes. And woo!
Oh, and Miss Minutes. Let's talk about Miss Minutes for a little bit. Let's talk about Miss Minutes.
Yo, first of all, listen, Miss Minutes, she nasty. Miss Minutes. Hey, Miss Minutes is like an old head, horny gilf. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like she was like Victor Timely was ready to go. Like you can hear Kang like, let's go. She's like, we don't have to. She's like, we don't have to rush. That's something like an old lady that you know what I mean don't get done. Like she would say like you know what I mean. And like she just gave me like gilf vibes, and like I'm like yo like, and I think Eric Ross said it like she's super horny, bro.
Yeah,
like,
she's just horny.
Like it makes me laugh, bro. It's dope though. I rock with it. I rock with it. But Miss Minutes, man. I rock. I do. See, that's it. Okay, everybody that's watching, that's the thing with Marvel, bro. A lot of times you think something's happening, and all the while they just threw a curveball at us. Now we thinking Victor Timely's the bad guy. I don't think he is. Kang is obviously always gonna be the bad guy, but in this show, Miss Minutes is the devil, bro. Yeah.
She's like she is him essentially, right? Yeah. He created her. Yeah. So I mean, she is like, and I think like what they're kind of alluding to is that she holds all his memories. Like she even says like, you shouldn't make an enemy out of someone who knows all your deepest, darkest secrets. You know, like I'm like that's some evil shit to say.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is wild. But even like the little subtle stuff that Miss Minutes does on the show, which is really cool too. Like there's a part like she always like brings attention back to her and stuff, or like whenever when Victor Timely's kind of flirting with Ravonna, like she's like giving him like side eyes and stuff. She's like,
I thought I was the only one seeing it. Like they did a really good job of putting her in the frame. Yeah, and then you can see like them flirting, and like it's like she's like.
Yeah, she's like getting jealous.
It's like, yo,
dude, it's wild.
That's dope. That's dope. Like that is cool, bro. Like, and it also brings like obviously it was in a different time and period or whatever, but like it brings like the the future in it, like the future of autonomy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The future of AI. Like, this AI is, what do they say?
Sentient. Yeah, sentient. Which
so
means
it's
like it could think and it has its own, like, just like people.
Bro, like, that's super cool sci-fi. Like, that's cool. And then she's one of the most dangerous ones.
Yeah.
So for her to get upset is, like, crazy, bro. Like,
there's even a detail I noticed too, like when Victor is like, okay, there's a part where Victor puts Ravonna on a chair, that refrigerator chair thing, and he kind of like gets close to her, and then she kind of steps in the middle of them, and then when she's like talking, she's Miss Minutes starts talking, and Ravonna, like, Miss Minutes is in front of her, and she starts walking backwards, and Ravonna like gets up and like moves out of her way because she actually affects, like, she can actually like move, like, she's like a physical being, you know what I mean? Even though she's like an AI thing that just pops up, it's weird, like she can affect real stuff. So it's funny how even like the acting in that frame from that little part right there, I was like, oh, that's cool how she's moving out of the way for her, like she's really affecting her, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. We need
to go on. See, this is what I love.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's so wild.
And we're only 3 episodes in, which means we have 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
Which also breaks my heart because it's like, I want so much more of this, bro.
I know.
I want 5 seasons of this, bro. Like,
there's gonna be more seasons,
like,
I'm sure,
bro, like,
or at least a movie, like a Loki movie.
It has
like
to be a Loki movie, bro. Like, because this is too good. Like, we're almost being like, we're spoiled right now because there's no way we have this as just a show, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, this is too good. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't expect it to be this good.
It's
bro.
so good, bro.
Good.
Let's go back to Victor Timely real quick because there's another part that I really liked, and it's just because Jonathan Majors, bro. Jonathan Majors' acting is so good. When he's on stage and he's presenting and stuff, like, there's a part where he's like, chaos, and he's like, like that whole thing that he does, like all those little things that he does. I'm just like, dude, he's so fucking good at just like say like the little additives that's not in the script. You know, all this shit's not in the script. He just does this stuff, and it's just so good. Even the part where he's like escaping, and then like the congressman comes up to him with the pants, and he's like, "Hey, these pants don't work." And he's like, "Really? Like, you look taller." Like he got down. I was like, dude, that's just like, those are little details that are just so funny, bro. That are so good that, like, oh man, he killed it, bro. Or like even like when he goes he runs into the Ferris wheel, and then he like crawls out from the bottom. Like, just every little thing that he does is so funny, like, as Victor Timely. Or when he's going out the window, and that little scene where she's like, "Where's your? I thought you said you had your laboratory over here," and he's like, "Actually, it's in Wisconsin. Cheaper taxes, or like no taxes." And then he just falls out the window, like just like little shit that he does. I'm like, dude, you know, he's so good.
And the craziest part is like, I haven't watched his whole career, but I really recently just got into it, probably like a couple of years ago, and like the range this man has, bro. I was gonna point that out too. Crazy. Pause. It's like, it's so crazy, bro. Like I've watched Devotion with this guy, and super serious character, like super serious, super studious, like black man, fighter pilot, whatever, like super serious. Then you get Creed 3, where he's like a hood, you know, gangster dude from jail.
I still haven't seen Creed 3.
Yeah, it was, you know, he's like a hood dude from jail. You feel me? But then just in the Marvel timeline, where he's in Marvel, where he's literally a conqueror who's like, and he's scary dude. Yeah. And then he's also a quirky, smart, He Who Remains type guy who's very sneaky and cunning, but also scary as hell. Yeah. Then you get Victor Timely, who's also he's very goofy and silly and smart, but he has his little hints of scary. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that is crazy range, bro.
And then even at the end of Ant-Man too, there's when he's where he's like all the 3 different characters, like the robot version, the Rama Tut, and then like that. All those are crazy too.
He's becoming my Will Smith.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's becoming my Will Smith,
and he has no Jada, so like we don't have to worry about, we gotta worry about Jada. He got Megan Good. We're good, bro. I'm seeing Megan Good and Jonathan Majors for sure.
He's becoming my Will Smith, dude. Like he is a beast of an actor. He's one of them actors that you look and you're like, there's like, who else would play this character? There's no one else. There's no one else that could play this character, bro.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I'm so glad, because that's the one thing that they kept talking about in the Marvel stuff, right? Is when this whole trial with Jonathan Majors was going on about replacing him, and I'm like, dude, you cannot replace him. Like he's so good as Kang. Like we need him as Kang. Anyone else, I don't feel like is not going to do it justice, man. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not. It's like having someone else as Tony Stark. Like it's just Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. Like this is Kang, bro. The only thing that so good.
The only thing that I think is gonna suck is I feel like Marvel did dumb down the Kang stuff, so you're probably not gonna see as much as we would have seen. Probably, I feel like they did. I don't know if they did. But
I don't know. I feel like it's still. I feel like if this show is anything, this show is like everything, bro. This show right here is everything leading forward. I think this is so important to what's going to go forward in the MCU, because think about it, I mean, like, look at what he's doing, like just the importance that he has of like this timeline and everything going on with it. It's all Kang, bro. It's all Kang. It's all Kang. And everyone keeps theorizing for Secret Wars. I mean, the last movie, Endgame, is going to be called Kang Dynasty, bro. Like this is a Kang saga. We're in a Kang world right now, bro. It's wild.
Yeah.
What are they doing outside my garage?
They're cleaning, bro.
I know, my shit.
But yeah, man. Honestly, I really.
Yeah, this episode was fucking amazing, man. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10.
I really enjoyed this whole thing, bro. Like I was on a ride, bro. Like I was sitting there like, dude, I was excited, bro. Like I haven't been this excited for Marvel in a long time. Like when we went to go see Ant-Man, I was really excited because Kang did his thing, but like it didn't give me like this satisfaction. This satisfaction is like different.
This is like a Spider-Man satisfaction. Like when we went to go see Spider-Man for the first time, when we were like, we were hyped off that. Like, you know, seeing all three Spider-Man in one movie and stuff like this is like that level.
And it's only gonna get better because, dude, there's no way, like I cannot theorize and tell you what's happening. I can't say, Victor Timeline, he's gonna do this. Like I don't know. Like what if he goes there and he just becomes, and Miss Menace is against him? Like, bro, I don't know what's happening, bro. Like what is happening, bro? Like, I
think what's happening is what you said, which I just made videos about it today because I was watching the breakdown for Loki season, or this episode of Loki on New Rockstars, and he says it on the breakdown. He's like, who many of us who have been theorizing that Ravonna's Renslayer is a variant of Kang, and I'm like, first off, Avery said that first on this podcast right here, guys.
Shout out Air Boss, man. Yeah, honestly, like I'm not mad at him. It's because he like. When I saw a video from like a few weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and he said it, but somebody wrote it in the comments.
Oh, okay.
So the only reason I think he came up with that is because somebody wrote it in the comments. So whoever that person was definitely saw it. Whoever that person was.
You can tell ours was organic. Like you saw the moment where like Avery like thought about it in his head, and then like I was like, oh shit, like that's true. Like what if that is, like that's organic. That's like from us, for two people who like literally consume everything Marvel. Like we had never even thought about that theory. No one had ever even approached it and
New
said
Rockstars and Screen Crush didn't say it.
Yeah, exactly. I watched the breakdowns before that, and no one said it until Avery said it. So now apparently everyone's saying it. Right? I made I made on my story because I saw when he did that. I recorded that part, and then I put our clips afterwards, and I was like, remember, Avery said it here first. Yeah, man. This is the podcast. This is
the podcast. Look, I don't want no credit. I don't want no credit. Like you guys can take it, whatever. But like, man, watch our podcast, bro. Like we would come up with great ideas, and then everybody would copy. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not tripping if they copy. Like it is what it is. But but yeah, man. I honestly, I love that theory, and I love if she is Kang, and that battle would be even crazier. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like
so that's the thing is like what's that last scene, right? Is the leading up to the last scene, the part where Sylvie's about to kill Victor Timely. She ends up not killing him. She's like, take him, whatever. But it's crazy to me. There's like little subtle things in this show that are just so fucking good that if you're like a true diehard like me, like I'm just like, damn, that was sick. The part where she like lets them take Victor Timely. He goes to the time door, right? And then Mobius and Loki are about to go through the door, and she's like, "Leave Ravonna to me." Loki doesn't even like second guess it. He's just like, "All right, peace," and just like walks to the door. And I was like, "Damn, what a fucking savage!" Like he does not care. She's like, "Leave her to me." Like I'm about to kill this bitch, and Loki's like, "All right, peace," and just walks to the door. And Mobius like he stops, like looks, and then he's like, all right, fucking just like leaves. But like Loki, like in that part, like the way he like acted that part out, like he walked through like I don't give a fuck, like kill that bitch, I don't give a fuck, which was crazy to me. Like I was like, damn, that's wild.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was so sick.
Because if you think about it, because at the end of the day, like. I was thinking about Mobius right now, and Mobius rocks with Renslayer, but like he cares more about the TVA than her. So he's
and she kind of betrayed him. She tried, like in the part where she's like, "You remember you chose a Loki over me?" And he's like, "How about we play the you try to kill me card?" Like everything's off the table after that, bro. Like, yeah, I teamed up with the Loki, but you try to kill me. Like, so that whole thing is crazy. But so then it turns out like Sylvie, she ends up not killing her and kicks her into the end of time. Yeah, which is crazy because then you see. What that whole scene, that whole like just like seeing that scene again, like that set, you know, was so dope to see. He Who Remains just like crumbled up and like rotting. Was fucking scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then even like when she releases Miss Minutes, I love how like she's like love you.
Yeah, she was.
Damn it! Like she thought like she was like she literally got frozen in that time. So that's pretty interesting too to think about. Like you can turn her off and she just. Is like it's nothing like she doesn't continue when she's off, like, you know, she's not thinking and continuing when she's not on, which is interesting too. That's just, I don't know if that's going to play a part anytime anywhere, but that's just something I was thinking about. But it's crazy
first that she says, to say it.
Yeah, maybe
he's the first person to say it.
There's something about how like if you turn her off, like she didn't, like that was a little clue of when she's off, nothing continues for her. Like she's only active when she's active, which is weird. She's only thinking and living. But we get to the part where, you know, she unleashes her Miss Minutes, and they're at the end of time, and she's like, I know a big secret about you, but if I tell you, you're going to be very angry.
That's it.
She has to be a king. She has to be a king variant.
She has to be
or she's going to be like, you were actually the one who, like, all right, I don't know. It's going to be something where it's like, you were actually the one who came up with this stuff, and, you know, Kang stole it from you, or, you know, something.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she was a scientist, and she was the one who came up with the idea, and he, like, you know, killed her or something. I don't know. In the comics, she's like a princess in the future that he ends up meeting and falling in love with. But they can never be together. That's like the whole thing with Kang, right? It's like this whole like he's always trying to be with Ravonna, but she either always dies or she ends up like leaving him every single time. So there's actually a run in the comics where
what could be the theory?
I don't know. So but there's a run in the comics where he actually goes back in time. He sends like he does something to his younger self in time. So that way, like Ravonna ends up being with him, but even then, it still keeps failing, and like he can't be with her. It's just never meant to be. It's like it's a constant in all the time that they're never meant to be together. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that has something to do with it. I think they're changing it up a little bit for the show. I don't think they're gonna do like the whole like love
the Kang thing is.
I think her being a Kang
the only way it works, but I mean you can still,
especially with the theme of this show, right? It's Loki and Sylvie,
and you can still be like in love because obviously Loki and Sylvie are like in love with each other, which is super narcissistic, bro. But I mean, I think that'd be dope. But I don't know, man. I'm so stumped this episode. I was kind of sad that we didn't get a freaking end credit scene. I know.
But honestly, the way it ended was so good, and like even just like the title, like because this episode ended kind of scary. Like I was like, that was like this episode kind of gave me like the creeps a little bit. Like where I was like, that was like kind of a spooky, like scary episode, and just the way the trailer, like you know how the end credits, like how it's like showing all the little things from the time variance and just things in the episode. The part where it's just like Loki, like the way it's written, where it's just like where it's like switching the L's and the O and the K and the I, like right, it's like switching. It's like black and white. It seems spooky, bro. I was like, that's a scary way to end this episode. Like that was almost like kind of like gave me the chills. Where I was like, man, this is like getting pretty fucking.
Man.
Miss Minutes is fucking scary.
Miss Minutes is scary,
when she put her face on the fucking mannequin, that shit was so creepy, bro. Crazy. She's like, I could be your woman. Fucking like glitching out and shit. I'm like, dude, fuck that bitch. like, oh man. I don't know.
I say, hey man, I don't know who. Like, I hope they actually make her into like a
character. Like she actually ends up being something.
She got to be fine too.
Yeah.
She got to be fine, like a fine gilf. Like what's her name?
Ant-Man's mom or the Wasp's mom.
Yeah, the Wasp's mom. Yeah, she got to be fine like that. Like have her be fine and then have her fight Renslayer over because that was crazy to me, man. Like that whole part where like
it's like a little love triangle between them.
Because so I like sci-fi films. I love when I love the whole autonomy, like AI becoming
like sentient, like iRobot and kind of shit.
I love that. So when it was happening, because in Loki 1, like it's like, oh, it's an AI, all right, cool, whatever. But like she showed feelings in this, which is crazy, and that brings a different aspect to AI now, because they're uncontrollable at that point. I feel like when when the AI start showing feelings, I feel like they're really uncontrollable, bro. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're
once they're sentient, they're not in your control anymore.
Because they're what do you call it? Like, they're super powerful beings. Like, obviously we're powerful. Or
it's like Ultron. It's like Ultron.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultron. Yeah.
Exactly. Freaking exactly. And that fool was scary. As hell.
Ultron is one of the scariest villains, bro.
Scary as hell.
And Ultron's still not dead, by the way. If you guys don't know that, Ultron never died. Let's just put that out there right now, because that motherfucker's gonna come back eventually. I already know that.
Miss Minutes and Ultron.
Dude, that'd be sick. They end up getting together. If Miss Minutes and Ultron get together, it's end of the world for us, bro. Like, there's no stopping that. I don't know how you stop that. Fucking Vision's dead too, so you can't do nothing, bro. You got this fucking white Vision that's like a weirdo. I don't know about that. No one's stopping Ultron and Miss Minutes. That's the greatest threat.
And Ultron get together, it's ugly, bro.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
And they give her, like, he makes her a body, like how he has like a body, like oh, that'd be crazy. Like he like a Miss Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel like the only people that can stop them is White Vision and the WandaVision.
Maybe.
I said WandaVision.
Yeah,
Wanda. But yeah, I feel like that's the only people that would able to stop. Maybe Doctor Strange and. But yeah, they too powerful. But anyway, yeah, Miss Minutes. Going back to the story, Miss Minutes is freaking scary, bro.
She's so scary.
This her
most lovable character and the scariest character. Scariest character at the same time.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and she wasn't scary before. It's because now she has her heart broken.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
But you know what's also crazy too is like, Kang set her up, right? So like, I guess a contingency plan almost. Like, if anything, like I think she's almost like the thing that restarts everything, right? So like, he knows, like, throughout time he ends up dying, but he's like, well, Miss Minutes gonna like kick everything back off for me again, like, because she's over here redoing his plan. Like, she kept saying, like, in the beginning of the episode, Ravonna says, you know, what is this, like, I don't know, I don't understand your plan or something like that. And she's like, it's not my plan, it's his plan, which is like crazy.
No, bro, you know what's crazier?
Yeah.
You know, another theory, a crazier theory is maybe this isn't his plan. This is her plan, because remember what she said, bro? Bringing it back. Remember what she said? She said that part where they could have just went. If it was his plan, they could have went straight to the TVA. But that little part is overlooked because she was like, "You never made me a body. I was just hoping that you make me a body." So maybe this wasn't his plan. His plan at all. It was her plan, like, to get him back, to make her make him fall in love this time. That could be it, bro.
That's true.
And it is all starting because Miss Minutes could have stayed at the freaking TVA, did everything at the TVA, fixed everything. He Remains would have been dead. But, like, bro, she went back because she wants to be in love with this nigga.
Yeah.
And she thinks another variant of him might fall in love. Whoa!
Interesting.
We back with theories, my nigga. We back with theories, bro.
That makes sense. Like, she
Eric
might be.
Ross, don't take that. Don't take that. If you do take that, put us on the show, bro.
Yeah, seriously, we need some credit, bro. Something.
Put us on the show, but that would be crazy.
Okay, so then, like, Miss Minutes, the one thing that's kind of crazy about it, it's the same thing as, like, Loki, right? Loki is this, like, he's a variable, and, like, this, like, grand scheme of everything's written out. Loki is a variable, but maybe he isn't really the real variable. Maybe Miss Minutes is the variable that he doesn't know was going to happen, because he created her to think that, like, if you create an AI to do something and you're like, it's going to do this, but then eventually at one point it becomes sentient and it's like, actually, I'm going to do what I want to do now. And that throws off the whole plan. So maybe, like, this is her fucking up the whole plan of what is going to happen. And I don't know.
Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, what did he say? I can't get it verbatim, but in Loki season 1, he was saying that if you kill me, like, all the variants are just gonna come out, whatever they're gonna do, whatever. So they're already gonna do what they're gonna do. Why would he have a plan to make another He Who Remains? Doesn't make any sense, bro. It's legit. I think Miss Minutes is messing everything up.
Yeah, she is fucked. She definitely has a bigger role than what is, like, what we initially thought, right? Like, she definitely is, like how you said, she probably is, like, the main villain of this episode or this series. And I don't know, man. What's crazy is even when they're trying to get into the temporal loom, they said that they need Kang's temporal aura or whatever to access it, or Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
So why does Miss Minutes have so much power?
That's what I'm saying.
She has just as much power as Kang.
That's
almost.
what I'm saying, bro.
And how do you kill an AI?
She just want to smash on Kang. She just want to smash on Kang, bro. She messing up the whole plan.
And it's funny,
to smash
and
on,
it
bro.
goes back to the same thing, right? Because everyone's just trying to fuck themselves in the MCU. Someone commented on one of our posts on Instagram. I forgot who your name, but shout out to you. But he was like, so everyone's just trying to fuck themselves in. It's like Loki and Sylvie, right? Captain America and fucking the what's her name?
Which one? Peggy?
Peggy. Yeah, she's like a variant of Captain America, right? Fucking Mobius, or not Mobius, fucking Loki, or fucking Kang and Ravonna, Renslayer. But also, who is if Kang invented Miss Minutes, like he is her. She's trying to smash herself too. Like this whole thing is just everyone trying fucking. Oh my god, bro. This is just a big. This is hero-gasm, bro. Like fucking from the boys, bro. This is crazy.
Oh, snap, bro.
But yeah, it's wild, man. I don't know where this show's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. But it's wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of the best episodes of any television show that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Especially for people like us. I think if you were watching it objectively without like knowing all of the Marvel stuff, you might not understand how great of an episode it is. You know, of TV. Like I think if you objectively watch like the Battle of the Bastards with Jon, like on Game of Thrones, like you're gonna be like, oh, that was amazing. I think if you watch this without really knowing anything about Marvel, you might not think it's the greatest episode. But for us who know everything that's been building up to this point, and then everything that's gonna go on after this point, this is a pivotal point. Yeah, this is a crazy thing that's gonna happen. Like I really feel like a bunch of decisions that were made in this episode are gonna affect the rest of the MCU going forward. I really think that Sylvie fucking should have just killed him. Like I have a weird feeling that like because they pointed it out kind of like they make it obvious where they say stuff, but it's very like I don't make me regret this, you know. That's saying something. That's saying something. Yeah, foreshadowing for sure. Yeah. Like something's gonna happen where she's like, "Fuck, I should have just killed this motherfucker. I should have just killed him." I mean, I know it.
I mean, I want to get out there theory, a really out there theory, and say that Victor Timely might be a good Kang, which I don't know if that could happen, but like what if he's with Loki and Mobius and like he realizes what's up and then he tries to be a good Kang and then the actual bad variants are like, F this dude, we want to run this thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's a really stretch. That's a reach. That's what's the dude name from Fantastic Four? That's a Mr. Reed. That's a Mr. Reed reach. Yeah. But I'm just like, because he seems like, and he obviously could be manipulative, but like that part where she was trying to kill him, he was like, I have a heart, like, and it's like he doesn't know any better. Yeah, like in retrospect, he's kind of like, not saying he's dumb, he's really smart. He's just naive a little bit. Yeah. So if you get with
dumb in the aspect of compared to all the other,
if you get Mobius and Loki that's saying, hey, like, dude, like this is how it should be. This is how it should be ran. Like, dude, be a good guy. Like, maybe he could be a good Kang. Yeah. That's like I said, that's a Mr. Reed reach.
I just think about like how in the Council of Kangs when they're all there, like Victor Timely shows up and he has like a sepia brown suit, you know, with his little afro stuff, like just showing up like old ass technology. Everyone's like going in all fucking crazy, like walking through the portals, and his like opens up and he walks through and he's like, hi. Like, oh, but man, it's so fucking dope. This whole show is crazy. Like what they can do with Kang and just the possibilities of everything that's going forward with Victor Timely and just it's so good, man. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Shout out to Marvel.
I'm excited, man. Kevin Feige, man,
reinvigorated our passion. I feel like.
Whoever else was a part of this show, thank you. This episode, obviously, this show is amazing, but whoever was a part of this episode, man, you revitalized my hypeness, bro.
Yes,
like because I've been hyped, man. We always hype. We always hype about these shows. Like it's dope. Obviously, like we love it, but like this right here is on some like like Infinity War vibes. Like, what the hell is happening next? Like, there's so much things that can happen. There's so many things that can happen, and that's where it kind of got me. It got me really hyped, man. So I'm excited for the next 3, and I'm also super duper excited for the Marvels now. Like, what's happening, bro? Like, what's going on?
Okay, so they pointed that out, and and I wanted to talk about this a little bit too, because you're talking about the Marvels. In this episode, there's a part where Loki sees like 3 statues, and it's Thor, it's Odin,
and Brave the Boulder.
Boulder the Brave. Boulder the Brave. And so he's like, that's not how Boulder looks, or whatever. Like, he's like much shorter, or whatever. Eric Voss pointed out in the breakdown that maybe we get to see Boulder the Brave like make an appearance in Kamala and the Marvels, right? And then he said it's probably actually Thor. It's most likely Thor, which is what I'm thinking too. It's Thor because they do show like a the.
It's not gonna be him.
But I was thinking about
Valkyrie.
But how does Kamala Khan know any of them?
I don't know, but I just know that it's all girls, and they would do Valkyrie thing.
But here's the thing, though. That's what I was thinking about. Is even that part doesn't make sense to me because she's like in the trailers. She says, "I called in a friend," and then they kind of like make it allude to like that she like that the Bifrost is coming through, and like either like Loki or Thor or Valkyrie's gonna come through. But I'm like, how does Kamala Khan know them? She don't know nobody. She literally knows nobody. How would she even have? She's never met any of them. So how would she like be like, I called in a friend? Who is her friend? Like who does she have? Who does she know that she can call in?
Marvel, don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta have a backstory to that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that to us.
Because I just keep thinking about that. When they said that, when that part of the trailer happened, she's like, I called in a friend. I'm like, what friends do you have? You don't know friends? Like, no superhero friends.
I mean, maybe she called up, what's his name? Samuel Jackson's friend.
Still, I don't know, man.
Like, maybe she has Samuel Jackson contacts. And she's like,
I'm trying to think back to Miss Marvel, like the TV show, and like think if there was any connections to anything where she could have like had some sort of like
absolutely none.
Maybe Ant-Man, but like even then Ant-Man, like that's not gonna like because she talks about Ant-Man and she like read his book and stuff and listen to his podcast.
That could be a possibility. That would only make sense if she calls up a friend, Ant-Man, and Ant-Man called up a friend because he couldn't make it.
Okay, well, we got to see that movie. I'm hyped for that movie though because I want to see what's gonna happen.
That's the only way that it works because Ant-Man, come on, dog. I rock with Ant-Man, but bro, you're not coming up to space like that.
Yeah.
Like you gotta call up a friend. But does Ant-Man know Thor?
Yeah. From Endgame and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean he definitely does. Yeah, but I mean they're not cool like that. Like you can't. He don't got the number like
Thor,
that.
Yeah, Thor was pretty fucked up and depressed during that whole thing.
But no. I mean, if we're being real, we're kind of going really deep and off the subject. But if we're being real. Kamala Khan can. This is what I'm thinking in my head now. Kamala Khan could call up Ant-Man, and Ant-Man could call a friend. Which, because Valkyrie and them are on Earth now, she probably has connections to Ant-Man. And Ant-Man's like, pull up.
I'm sure she's probably made some friends while she's been on. Like now that she's like a new Avenger kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe she's friends with Thor's daughter. You know, Love. Maybe. What?
What if that's the friend?
It could be. Like maybe this is like it will lead up to Young Avengers, and like this might be like a Young Avengers like thing.
We do it first, all the way here,
guys, come on. This is all we think about. I sit here in my room, and I just sit and think about like, what did Miss Marvel mean by it when she said, "I'm calling a friend"? I was thinking about that for 2 hours yesterday, bro. Like just thinking about it, like what the fuck does she mean by that? These are the kind of things that we think about, guys.
Yeah, okay. But I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited for the Marvels though. For sure.
Okay, so then I was thinking about the whole Boulder the Brave thing, right? If Boulder, I guess in Norse mythology, Boulder the Brave is like Loki or Thor's brother, which I didn't know. I didn't know any of that. But it made me think, they're like, okay, if they're dropping Boulder the Brave and kind of getting us to maybe know who he is, who's Thor's main enemy right now at this moment? Hercules, right? If Thor and Hercules fight, it's probably going to be pretty evenly matched. But if we have Boulder the Brave on Thor's side, now we get another like Norse mythology god guy to come in and be like the new fucking, like there's gonna be Thor, Loki, Hercules, Boulder the Brave, Valkyrie. Like we get a whole Norse mythology fucking tribe. Like, I think it's gonna be dope. I really hope they bring Boulder the Brave.
I'll be pissed though because like I mean, I don't think they'll explain it, but like it's like, bro, where has he been, bro?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Thor fought everybody. He fought his sister. He fought his brother.
Yeah, he's
like,
lost everyone, and they've never mentioned anything about him having a brother. So like,
bro,
that's also like a thing.
Why would you do that? But I mean,
maybe it's like his distant cousin or something. Maybe they're not gonna make him his brother. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, like my cousin Boulder the Brave, who just happens to show up, and he's always like an asshole and kind of doing his own thing, or whatever.
I forgot about that Hercules thing. That's a big deal. Why is that not like a thing right now? That's a huge deal. Like Hercules would have been found.
We'll get there. I know. Yeah. Well, you have to think. The one thing I always think about when it comes to movies, because I feel like people always say that too, like where it's like, well, where was he the whole time that this was happening? Like, the fact of the matter is like when TV shows are going on or movies are going on, we don't know at what point like they interact, like intercept, like right now, whatever happening is in Loki, like we don't know when that's happening compared to like what everyone else is experiencing in the timeline and stuff. Like we don't really know. So like the whole like Hercules thing, that could have happened, but like that could be happening, and we're seeing like more movies like catching up to that point. You know what I mean? So like for us, we're thinking, oh, that happened a year ago, but really that actually happened 2 years from now, and we're catching up to that point where, like, you know what I mean? So it's just weird how movies work, because I've noticed that with a lot of movies where you're kind of just in a weird spot trying to figure out how did this happen. Like, wouldn't they just get right there right away? Or I don't know. It doesn't make. Yeah. So you got to like time works differently in movies and TV shows, you know?
Yeah.
But. Yeah, so the whole Bold of the Brave thing, and I mean, I just want to throw this out there too. Fucking, god damn it, what's his name? Now I can't even think about him. The horse fucking face dude.
Horse face.
He's like Thor, but not Thor.
I wouldn't know.
Fuck,
is it that same mythology?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Anyways, if you guys know who Marvel, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know why he's not coming to my brain right now, the name, but. He was talked about being brought into Loki and Thor a long time ago, and he still hasn't shown up. I'm fucking pissed. I mean, he was in. I feel like
that Boulder of the Brave thing is definitely a stretch, especially because if you think about it, like, why would they put it in the Marvels? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be in the Marvels, but I think Boulder the Brave is gonna come for sure. I don't think that was just like a throwaway line. I think that was also. That's what I'm saying. Like, this episode of Loki was so important in the future. I think so many things are gonna come out of this episode, you know, which is wild to think about, because like this is just one episode of a show, and it's gonna affect movies and things going forward from here. So I don't know, man. Crazy episode, guys. If you guys haven't watched it, well, we pretty much ruined it for you already, but go watch it, please, because that shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Also, anything else to say about Loki?
Nah, I'm excited for next week, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm hyped for next week. I cannot wait. Did you watch Gen V?
Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk about Gen V. So Gen V episode 6 of Gen V.
Listen here, man.
I just want to put this first.
This guy got me hyped last time with Soldier.
I want to say I was really disappointed in this episode, honestly. Well, let's go from how we were super excited about Loki to how I was super disappointed by this episode of Gen V, because y'all really made me think that Soldier Boy was gonna be like in this movie or in this show, and he's just like in fucking her memory. Which honestly, I'll be not biased or whatever. In the moment, I was pissed off because I'm like, damn it, he's just a fucking like memory in her head. Like it's not even real. Like that pissed me off. But his acting and the stuff that he says in that part is fucking hilarious. He was like, when he kept saying, I taught him how to flick the bead, how to find the man in the canoe, like saying all the things,
which is crazy. That's really crazy.
So much wild
like that goes.
I love Soldier Boy's character.
That goes to show how the boys is the boys. What's it called?
The universe.
The boys' universe is, because like they don't care, bro. Like if you really think about it, bro, like he was talking about a little girl.
He's like, yeah, she's a hump her pillow to me and stuff like. Like, bro, like what are you talking about?
That's actually bad, bro. Like, what are you hyped for? Like,
yeah, but that's the whole thing about Soldier Boy, right? That's like Soldier Boy's character, is that he's just like out of touch. Like I remember I was rewatching season 3, and there's a whole part. I think I don't know if I told you, but there's a part where he's like like everyone grows up pussy nowadays. They need to be taught by America's dad, Bill Cosby. And he's like, not that's America's dad in the show. And then Huey's like, man, there's so many things wrong with what you just said. Yeah. And then he says, I'll tell you what, man, Bill was a fun time when we partied, and man, could he make a killer drink. It's like little shit like that where it's like,
what season was this?
That was season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah,
shit, that's funny.
Yeah, little shit that they say like that. That shit stuck with me. It's so fun. Like that's Soulja Boy's whole character, right? Is that like he's cool with all the fucking like that whole back in the day where like men were men, and you know, like don't be a pussy, and like, you know, like just being super inappropriate with like girl, like everything. Like he's super misogynistic. Like that's his thing.
Yeah, I mean, I rock with this. This was definitely one of them episodes that was like it wasn't a pass through episode. It was good, but it wasn't.
It was
like,
a little filler.
Yeah, it wasn't like. Oh.
And you know what? The one thing that pissed me off about this episode, besides Soulja Boy not being real, was the I think they call it exposition. So exposition is like when they explain what's going on in the episode. And I think what we've talked about previously, and we talked about it with Loki does a good job of like leaving you with questions. They don't give you everything. They don't hold your hand and tell you, oh, this is what happened and this is why it happened, and like, you know, they're kind of like walking to you and explaining things, and you're like, I don't need you to explain it to me. Like I want to figure it out on my own. Like don't explain it to me like that.
Yeah, like
this episode was a lot of that.
When she poofed, and then we're like, what? Why y'all niggas in the thing? And they give us right away.
Yeah, they like, oh, you're in her head. You're in her head. Like this is like, it's Soulja Boy's like job. Like the whole point of him being in that episode was for him to tell them like, oh, you guys are in her head right now. Like it's like, let us figure that out. Like don't like just don't give it to us. Like, you know what I mean? And the same thing too with like the virus that they're working on, right? Yeah. Like they're working on a virus to stop to basically kill Soups, right? Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that reveal is crazy.
That is
because
a crazy reveal.
I didn't know.
Are they trying to kill Soldier? Are they trying to kill Homelander? That's my thing is, I wonder if Vought is trying to kill Homelander.
No, I think that's what this is. I think no. I think they're trying to
kill all superheroes.
No. I think. This is what I think. This is my theory.
Because they're doing it for Vought.
I think yes. So I think they're trying to control them, because he was like, oh, is she coughing? Oh, okay, cool. And she's like, okay, I think
it stopped her powers.
He was excited. He was like, oh, we did it. She's like, keep the doses going.
But that's
so
what
I think she wants all of them dead. So I think it's a backstory with her that has something to do with superheroes, and like she hates superheroes. So I think that's what I think. I think he figured out what Vought wanted to do, and then she's like,
take to the next level.
Don't tell him yet. Let's figure it out. And then she killed him. He's like, perfect. All right, how do we
make this contagious? Which is crazy.
I think it's her that hates Soups, but also I think Vought is trying to control them niggas. Like Homelander trips out. It's like, nah, nigga, we
can take your powers away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Which is crazy.
That's what I think. That's a theory. I don't know if that's actually right.
And I wonder if
the theory.
Because he said like he got this stuff from Sam, like the way to make this virus. But I was wondering if like, because in season 3, the Soulja Boy, who's also in this episode, you know, maybe it's a clue. Soulja Boy's powers was that when he like blew up, like he took other people's powers away. So I wonder if like they took something from Soulja Boy and they like concentrated that, and that's what they figured out how to get people's powers away. But then also it's making them sick and stuff too. So I don't know what it is, but it's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and like
that was the only great part about this episode is that
reveal and stuff.
Reveal.
Yeah, I mean, there was not like too much. I mean, like there was a lot of I don't know. It was a lot of exposition. It was a lot of explaining like, why did they do this, or why are you like this, and it's why. And I'm like, like I would rather figure it out in another way as opposed to like you guys showing us like, oh, this is what happened. Oh, then this is what happened. And so I was like, whatever. I didn't really love the episode. I love Soulja Boy's part though. Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Gen V was cool. But I mean, we still got like, I guess.
And it's funny when Sam.
Oh no, wait! That was episode 6, so they might do 8.
They might do 8, yeah. Probably got a couple more. But I did love how Sam, when he was having sex with that girl, when he was having sex with Emma, and she turned into a puppet, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like he's still trippy now as he's having sex with it, and then he like closes his eyes, and she's a human again. He's like, "All right, good." And then he closes, and then she like hits the thing, and she's a puppet again, and I'm like, dude, he's a fucking psychopath, bro. He's so crazy. Yeah. I really like Sam. Bro.
I do rock with the fact that she doesn't have him under control, but like she's there for him. Yeah. So like
she kind of has him under control.
And the crazy part is like now he could be a hero. Now he could be a superhero.
Kind of. Except that he's fucking psycho. And he can snap at any moment.
I feel like she would, like...
Yeah, she can try to calm him down.
Yeah, and then he could go after...
And if anything, she can always get big and push him down again. Yeah. Like, that's all she stopped him.
he might kill her.
Yeah, he might kill her.
Yeah, you think it's unstable, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
he's really fucking crazy.
But yeah, man, Gen V, Loki.
Yeah,
it's been a great.
So,
it's been a
so
great.
Fucking good.
Yeah,
And,
it's been a great
Gen V's probably almost over, but Loki's right in the middle of it. We're like only 50% of it done. So like we got some shit. And the fact that this episode of Loki was 55 minutes, like you said, like that shit's crazy, bro. Like that was a whole hour of like greatness.
Yes, absolutely.
Greatness. This episode was so good. Dude, I just want to keep talking about Loki, bro, because it was so good.
It was crazy. It was so good. When I turn on Loki, I legit stop it to see what the time is, because I just want to see at the end like how much it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know
and you always know there's like 5 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
So you know like you're gonna like whatever it is, it's like cut off 5 minutes of that.
Yeah. So. And what I want to talk about too, Spider-Man just dropped.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I have to stay off of the internet because I don't want to see the story. But I just got my car fixed. And I had to pay a lot of money. I had to pay a lot of money back. I had
$80 for a fucking video game.
And I don't have the money to get the game right now. And everybody's kind of playing it, and I have to like, because it's a like Miles Morales is a great storyline in that movie and that show. The game. So I assume that this storyline would be crazy because it has like 3 villains, I think.
Yeah, Venom, Kraven,
and then somebody else.
There was someone else I saw.
It was like a dude with glasses. I saw a dude with glasses, but I don't know Spider-Man. Like that.
I forgot who the fucking other.
But anyways, it's the storyline for Miles Morales was so dope that I'm like, and I don't play video games like that, but like Miles Morales was so good that I'm like, damn, I want to get my hands on this, but like right now I just don't have the funds.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully when I get back from Vegas, we'll see how much I make over there.
If you're in it for storylines and stuff, you should definitely play Guardians of the Galaxy, the video game, bro. That game has one of the best storylines of like all time. It's so fucking good. Like the gameplay itself is like it's fun.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not the best.
The gameplay in Miles Morales is like amazing, and then the storyline's amazing.
But the gameplay in Guardians of the Galaxy, at first you're kind of like, oh, this kind of sucks, but once you get used to it, it's actually fun. And you're like, you only get to play as Peter Quill, but you control all the other Guardians and stuff. But the storyline, you want to keep playing it just to figure out what the next part of the storyline is, because it's so good, bro. Like everything that they do with Adam Warlock and just like it's crazy. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's really fucking good.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean,
that storyline is amazing.
I could probably check it out, but yeah,
I think it won like best storyline for like a video game. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's so good, bro.
I'll check it out. But yeah, man.
But Spider-Man 2, yes, I fucking want Spider-Man 2 really bad, bro. I've been thinking about it. Like I was like, maybe I'll just go do Uber all day just so I can make like $80 real quick and go get Spider-Man.
Dude, I'm caught up now, but I can't Uber because I have the Sprinter. So I'm like, dang, dude.
Why the Sprinter?
We're going to Vegas tomorrow. Okay. And it's like, dang, dude, like I just want to I want to play that game, like, because it looks good, and also like online everybody's kind of like showing things, and I'm like, I don't want to see it. And
I know everything's about Spider-Man. I actually saw a really funny fucking like video of this guy. It's like like the camera's like over his wife's shoulder, right? So it's pointing at him, and he's in a Spider-Man shirt, and he's like talking to his wife, and he's like, Spider-Man 2 came out today. You have to understand that I'm no longer your husband. Like this game came out before. I've been waiting for this game before we got married. So like all this shit, like my ring, it's off. I'm throwing it down. Like it's so funny. He's like, don't talk to me. I need to be. Like it's about us saving the city together, as in me, Miles, and Peter Parker. Like it's so funny, dude. It's so.
You guys see that video, bro?
Yeah, I got to see it. It's so funny. I was cracking up. I was like, damn, it's so true though. I'm like, yes,
random, dude. Like it's crazy. Spider-Man 2 comes out today, and NBA 2K, it has like seasons. It has like thing like.
Do they have a Spider-Man season?
No,
that'd be dope, though.
No. So I'm saying this because I think video games are funny because they dropped in September, but
they're trying to release
this season happen today on Spider-Man Day. It's like. Bro,
no one's gonna play.
Yeah,
no one's gonna play 2K.
I rock with 2K, but bro, like, I don't want to play. I don't play 2K right now.
People like Jawan though, like Jawan, he called me and he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to play 2K right now." I'm like, "Bro, you know Spider-Man just came out, right?" Like, I don't know. I'm trying to buy that. And then you know what sucks too is like for me, like I never really get games like immediately when they come out. But I feel like this is one of those games that I have to get now because I don't want it to be ruined for me, like you were saying.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where
because I usually will wait. Like I'll wait till it drops down in price, or I'll wait till like the buzz has kind of died down a little bit. Like right now. I'm playing Jedi Survivor, and I want to beat that before I get into Spider-Man because I already know once I get It's the same thing that happened when I got Harry Potter and I was into it, and then I was like, let me get Call of Duty, and I got Call of Duty. I haven't played Harry Potter since, and then I was into Call of Duty, but then I got Horizon Zero Dawn, and I was like, damn, Horizon Zero Dawn is really fucking dope. And then I was like, I got halfway through that, fucking started Jedi Survivor. Now I'm like halfway through Jedi Survivor, and I'm like, Spider-Man comes out, I'm gonna get Spider-Man, so I'm just like, man, I'm never gonna finish these games, bro. And they take up so much. They take up so much memory. And they take up so much memory on my fucking shit. I got to delete shit to get it.
Yeah, I just deleted a couple of games to get Spider-Man. But yeah, it's like 100 gigs or something, like 109 gigs.
Fuck, man.
And it's like $70. Like,
I know,
I wouldn't go for like the
deluxe version. The deluxe version just has like suits.
New suits.
Which, honestly, the suits that I've seen, they're not that impressive. I'm not that impressed by them.
Yeah.
Like, they're running out of ideas.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy little week so far.
And what's even crazier, and like we just had Loki and Gen V last night. That was amazing. We got the podcast today. That's amazing. Tomorrow, bro, is UFC 294.
Oh, yeah.
And UFC 294 is about to be fucking madness. And you know what the best thing about this card is? I love when this happens, right? This UFC fight card is in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, word.
So you know what that means? 7 a.m. start time. That means as soon as I wake up in the morning, fights are already on, bro.
Okay.
There's already fights on as soon as I wake up in the morning, first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped. Like, that's one of those things where, like, on a fight card normally, like a Izzy fight, like Izzy with Sean Strickland or whatever, like that was at nighttime, right? I'm like Saturday during the day, I hate the whole day. I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, can it be like 7 o'clock already so we can get into the fucking fights? Like, I just want to get there already. I just want to get there. So like the whole day, I'm just like, man, like I'm like just kind of like pacing through the day, just trying to get let's get to these fights. 7 a.m. start time, prelims, like I'm ready. We're gonna go watch it at my boy's dad's house tomorrow. And I was like, bro, they start at 7 a.m., right? And he's like, I'll be there at 8. And I was like, all right, cool. If you say so, I'm not going to show up at 8 o'clock, but I'll be there around
what time
11.
The main fight start? Probably like 1?
11.
Oh, word.
Yeah, 11 is the main. I think, 7. Yeah, 11 is the main card. So tomorrow, main event, Alex Volkanovski versus fucking Islam Makhachev, main event, which is going to be crazy. Alex Volkanovski is a 2-1 underdog, and I think that's really good odds. Honestly, I put some money on him just because I think that he might be able to pull it off.
I got one bet in.
If he does pull this off, greatest fighter of all time maybe, because he's taking this on a 12-day notice, going up a weight class and going to Abu Dhabi to fight in enemy territory. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be crazy. If he pulls this off, which it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be the hardest fight of his life. But if he pulls this off, it's gonna be fucking wild. And I really don't think this one will go the distance like the last one. So we'll see. And then fucking Kamaru Usman versus. And let me just say something about Kamaru Usman, man. I love Kamaru Usman. One thing I want to point out real quick. UFC, you guys are such fucking haters because Kamaru Usman during the Embedded was wearing a Francis Ngannou shirt on Embedded and they blurred it out. Yeah, so stupid. I hate you guys for that so much.
Bro, that's messed
up, so
bro.
Stupid,
that's
bro.
Crazy.
So stupid.
I wonder who gave that call. Because I know what's name's not looking at that. Like Dana White's not looking at that.
Yeah, I know he's not.
Like somebody else gave that call.
Someone's like, Dana doesn't want that on the, let's just blur it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy.
Because I feel like Dana probably
come on, dude.
I feel like Dana would.
It just said Ngannou on it. Like it just says Ngannou.
And it didn't have his face?
No, it doesn't have his face or anything. It just says like it's like his brand kind of thing. Like it's like his fight shirt. But like it's green. Like everyone knows. Like people like pointed it out. Like right away, people were like posting like the UFC blurred out Francis Ngannou's t-shirt. Like they were posting clips of it and posting like screenshots. I was like, dude, you guys are so dumb for that. But
it's crazy because they would have either or backlash. Where if they didn't blur it out,
if they didn't blur it out,
they would have been like, "Oh damn!"
Yeah, they talked about it.
Yeah.
Someone did ask Dana White on the press conference yesterday that they asked him about the Tyson Fury Ngannou fight, and he kind of didn't really say anything. He was just like, "Oh, good luck to them," whatever kind of thing. Like, So,
why does he hate so much?
He's a hater, bro. So let's just say Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat Chimaev. So Khamzat Chimaev is like the boogeyman of the UFC. If you guys don't know, 12-0, fucking monster. Just he smashes people. I don't even know how to do his accent. I smash people. I don't know how to fucking do it, but he's crazy. I thought Kamaru Usman was a lot smaller, bro. Like, I thought he was going to be a lot smaller. He's not that much smaller. Like, Kamaru Usman's a big dude. Because doesn't Kamaru Usman, like, kind of make you feel like he's a short dude? Like, he kind of looks short, right? Or, I don't know. I've always just assumed that he's kind of, like, short and he doesn't seem like that big of a guy. But he's actually, like, taller than his brother who's a heavyweight. And he's fighting at middleweight now, which is 185, and he looks fucking crazy, bro. He looks yoked as shit. And
he was already going up to that weight class, wasn't he?
Well, he normally fights at 170. But right now he's going up to 185. This is his first time going up.
Wasn't it he preparing to go up?
I don't know because he would have probably just stayed at welterweight if he would have never lost to Leon. Then he got his rematch with Leon, and then that didn't work out. But I think if he would have beat Leon, he probably would have ran through. But the thing was,
is this guy the champion?
Oh,
Shamai, what's his name?
No, whoever fight. This is what's crazy. So okay, let me break this down a little bit because
this is the
Sean Strickland.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So this is what's crazy about it, right? Is that Usman was the welterweight champion. The next weight class up was Izzy, was the middleweight champion. So they never wanted to fight each other. So Usman, he said that he would never go up weight classes as long as Izzy's the champion. Mm-hmm. Izzy's not champion anymore.
Yeah.
So now he's going up to 185. So now it's Khamzat versus Usman. Whoever wins this fight is going to be fighting Sean Strickland for the championship. Like, that's some wild shit. No one in the world would have, like, there's a meme going around right now where it's like, if we would have told you 2 years ago that Sean Strickland would be the champion and Usman versus Khamzat would be fighting to fight Sean Strickland, like, that's such a weird, like, no one saw that coming. No one picked that. No one thought about that.
I don't know UFC too much, but I definitely seen all these guys fight, and I feel like prepared now seeing Sean Strickland's not keeping a belt.
Oh no, I don't think so. He does have like a weird timing thing that like people can't figure out, but
I'm saying like I think Izzy wasn't ready, and I feel like any of these other guys, especially
Khamzat or Usman.
Yeah, dude,
Usman will figure him out. Usman will wrestle his ass and fucking beat him up bad. Yeah. Usman will control him the whole entire fight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Sean Strickland's ready for that.
And I feel like what's his name would kill him.
But his defense is
what's his name?
Chimaev is a fucking scary monster, dude. I'm honestly kind of scared for Usman, but like I know what Usman is capable of, right? Like it's like Usman's been my guy. Usman's been that dude. We love Kamaru Usman, and it's just he was in Black Panther, bro. Like he's in Wakanda forever, bro.
He was. I can't forget that.
How can I? That's funny. I can't go against our king, the chosen of So I don't know, man. I'm really fucking hyped for those fights tomorrow. So we'll see if I'm either really sad or really happy tomorrow. Hopefully I win some money. Either way, it's gonna be some great fights. Probably 4 of the greatest fighters in UFC and currently.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I don't have any money in my my thing no more.
I'll give you the link so you can watch the fights.
But I have you can stream them. I have one bet in. Let me tell you what the bet is. I have one bet that I'm banking on that wins because, like I said, I don't have any money. I'm broke right now, bro. I'm not broke. I'm in between blessings, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I'm in between blessings. I've been in between blessings for a couple months now.
It's a big one too, man. Dang it! Why did I do this? It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leg.
As long as you picked all the freaking Muslim dudes, then you're straight, bro.
I did, but I did. Instead
Except for Usman,
Usman and Alex Volkanovski. Yeah. Everybody else is the
I don't know
the Middle Eastern dudes.
I always fight with my heart, or I always pick with my heart,
and
right?
I put $5 on it.
Yeah, I did. I put $20 in yesterday and put $5 on like 4 different bets. So we'll see.
Hopefully, I'm rooting for all of the Middle Eastern dudes before we get to Usman. Now, Chimaev and what's the other dude's name? Islam. I want y'all to lose. But everybody else, all the Middle Eastern dudes, please win.
That's
because I need y'all to win, bro.
I don't know.
Muhammad,
that dude is he's a monster.
Javid.
He's a monster.
Saeed sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, Saeed's Khabib's cousin.
Yeah.
Nurmagomedov,
Victoria.
I don't know what that is.
That sounds crazy. Like,
there's some really fucking
like these dudes sound crazy. Like, I need y'all to win. And then Alex Volkanovski, I need you to do what you do. And then Usman, I'm praying on a prayer.
Yeah. You know who's fighting tomorrow too? That dude Dumas. I have to show you him, but you'll remember him. He's like a black hood dude that's like all tatted up, face tattoos. He kind of looks like Soulja Boy a little bit, like not Soulja Boy the boy Soulja Boy, but like actual Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
And not Soulja Boy fucking Usman from 90 Day Fiance. I'm talking about, why is there 3 Soldier Boys? I hate this.
Soulja Boy.
Yeah, not Soulja Boy and not Soldier Boy.
Soulja Boy.
But Soldier Boy.
You.
Yeah, you. Yeah, that guy. He looks like him. But he's fighting tomorrow, and I'm excited to see him too because I haven't seen that guy fight in a while. And once I show you him, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember that dude. Yeah, and so I'm hyped to see him fight. So it's gonna be great fights tomorrow, guys. I'm excited, man.
Good weekend, man. Good weekend. I'm sad that I can't be here to watch it, but it's all good. It's all good. I gotta make some more money.
Yeah, and I might have I have a prospect for my dream job coming up, so hopefully you guys pray for me, and I might be doing this podcast thing for professionally, for real life.
Hell
so
yeah.
it'd be awesome. So but yeah. Otherwise, I don't think there's too much to talk about. I still want to eventually talk about that Marvel article. But I feel like we still
keep. You haven't given it to me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it right now after the podcast, and we'll talk about it next time maybe. But the thing is, we have so much content to talk about. There's so much good things going on in the world, right?
See, this is perfect, man.
Yeah.
Two weeks ago, I told you.
Yeah, I know. I was super sad like 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I told you. He was like, man, we should just do this for Patreon, man.
Yeah, I was sad. I'm
like, bro, like we got Loki coming up, bro.
And then we got the most views of an episode last episode. So shout out to you guys, bro. We got 900 plus views on that episode. So that's awesome, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
Well, I just wish you guys would like the episode, like click like, you know what I mean?
It's okay.
Click like but it's so cool. The views are dope.
We getting there.
Yeah. The consistency is definitely the thing.
We taking baby steps to the top.
Yeah. I love it so much. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got to say. Jonathan Majors is back, baby. That's it. That's all. That's it. Hopefully he's in every episode from this point on.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has to be.
Yeah.
Man. Okay.
Victor Timely.
Yo, Marvel. Yeah, this is what I need from y'all. I know Miss Minutes is gonna be the villain, but I need like 2 or 3 other Kangs.
Oh.
I just need 2 or 3 other Kangs. I don't know who. I don't know why. I don't know when. But
what if we get another season of Loki before Kang Dynasty, like season 3, right? And each episode is them trying to catch another variant of Kang. Like each episode is a Kang variant, and then like they end up catching them all, and then at the end they like all break free, and then they actually form the Council of Kangs, and then fucking like that's how the Council of Kangs even begins, because they were trying to stop them from getting together, but then they actually got. I don't know. You know, I'm just spitballing. You know, I'm just saying, man, if you guys have season 3 in the works, I'm just throwing it. We want as much Kang as possible.
We're in for a ride. Jonathan Majors, bro, I've been holding you down from the beginning, bro.
Yeah.
And I hope one day I get to meet you, bro, because you like a big bro to me, bro. Like I look at you and I look the way you work. I look the way you work, and I'm like, yo, this dude he's on one, bro. I rock with you, bro. Like you're really good at your craft, bro.
Yes.
Tom Hiddleston too, bro. Like you guys are sick. I'm not taking anything away from you guys. It's just Jonathan Majors is my dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like this has been great, and this has been great acting, dude. Shout out to Martin Scorsese for saying it's not cinemas. So they bring out the big dogs, like my boy Jonathan Majors and Tom Hiddleston, bro. We back, baby. Marvel back, baby. You know what's crazy too? Everybody that doubted us.
Yep.
You gonna see.
We did say that. We said that like what before the show started. Like we were talking about that, how all of you guys were off the Marvel bandwagon and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be jumping back on. It's trying to be watching our podcast to catch up.
And it's crazy. It's crazy too because we only tapped the surface.
Oh yeah.
We only tapped the surface of Jonathan Majors. So watch once it becomes like evident that this guy is innocent. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, man, Jonathan Majors, and then boom, Marvel about to come back with the heaters.
I wish we could invest in stock of Jonathan Majors. Like, you know what I mean? Like his stock is real low right now, bro. Yeah. We're about to come up big.
Like dumb money. Like, yo, let's put it right now, bro. Everything we got, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors, bro. Hit us up, man. We need you on the show, bro.
Seriously, man. That'll be our first guest.
Yeah, I know. He'll rock with us, bro. I think he'll rock with us. But yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, man. We love you guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're growing in subscribers, so I'm really happy about that. Seeing the numbers are like, it's blowing my mind right now. So just keep it up, guys. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And with that being said, this is another episode of Above the Multiverse.
Peace.